By the powers conferred on me by the Electoral Act, I hereby declare that Ifeanyi Arthur Okowa of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, having satisfied the requirements of the law and scored the highest number of votes, is hereby declared the winner and is returned elected.
Smart Delta. The contest among political gladiators in Delta State for who wins the 2019 gubernatorial election and gets the right to govern the state for the next 4 years till 2023 was no mean feat. Despite the overheated political scenario in the country before the governorship election, Deltans were not deterred as they trooped out en masse to elect a governor that would uphold and deepen the ideals of the founding fathers of the state.
I've partnered with Deltans, I've worked with them, and I guess by God's grace, a lot of them are going to cast their votes for me. The only thing we're trying to work to ensure is that those who plan to use thugs to disrupt elections, that the security agencies are on top of that, and I hope by God's grace that with the support of their sister agencies, that the police will be able to curtail them. Aside that, it would have been a no contest situation.
The anxiety that characterized the waiting for the election results was unimaginable as voters kept vigil in anticipation of the announcement of the eventual winner. Senator Dr. Arthur Ifeanyi Okowa and other high-profile personalities in the state were not spared the blushes as they walked around to ease off tension, yet at other times they got glued to TV sets to monitor events as they unfold. Upon the announcement of Senator Okowa as the winner by Delta State's resident electoral commissioner, there was a sigh of relief as the entire state was agog with unprecedented jubilation. Reacting immediately after Okowa was declared winner, Delta State's PDP chairman Kingsley Esiso hailed the verdict as a victory for good governance and a testimony of the PDP's unflinching commitment to the tenets of good governance.
For me, it is a testimony. It is a pointer to the fact that Deltans decided to vote for good governance. Deltans decided to vote for rotation of governorship in Delta State. Very happy. Glory be to God.
Senator Ifeanyi Okowa defeated his main challenger, Great Ogboru of the APC, with 925,274 votes to 215,938 votes, the difference being a whopping 709,336 votes margin. Okowa'S victory cut across the 3 senatorial districts, having won overwhelmingly in 23 of the 25 local government councils in the state.
Thank God we have won this election. We'll soon go in counting again another 4 years. But 4 years down the line, what next? If you say you love God and you do not love your neighbor, you are a liar. Because you have not seen God. You might be that God that that person who needed to see. You are the gospel that others are reading.
The governor has shown that he's a bridge builder, a great unifier, and again, a juice breaker. There are areas we have never won since 1999, since the advent of this democracy, that we just won like Udu. You have seen that though tribe and tongue may differ, Deltans are one, and they have spoken as one people. And that is why it is an overwhelming victory.
From the results that emerged, you can see that there is truly a pattern. PDP is Delta State State is PDP. That is what we have seen in all the results. And I think the victory is a sweet one because there was no bloodshed.
The victory of Senator Ifeanyi Okowa can best be described as divine intervention and heavenly sanction of the good works of his administration, which has widely been attested to by not only Deltans but proponents of good governance and democracy. It therefore came as no surprise as Deltans, led by the victorious governor and top government functionaries, converged on the Government House Chapel to give thanks to God for a successful election. Governor Okowa, who dedicated the victory to God and the support of Deltans, says it was by no means an easy feat, going by the endless challenges standing for election pose.
I thank God for what was likely a peaceful and hitch-free election. I dedicate this victory to you, the good people of Delta State. You are the true winners in this election for standing firm and unyielding in your support of my administration.
James Ibori, an ex-governor who joined the celebration, describes Okowa as a man of peace who has done a lot to unite Deltans. He noted that Delta State's political climate is a microcosm of the rich Nigerian ethno-political diversity, making it a hard nut to crack. But through the doggedness of mind and collective sagacity of Deltans led by Okowa, Deltans have posited and reflected the true tenets of democracy embedded in equity.
Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, the governor of Delta, is a peaceful person. He's interested in the unity of Delta. The confirmation of Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa for a second time has just finally put, the seal in the issue of equity, justice, and fairness. I want to thank the entire Delta State, Central, South, for believing in what we have been saying all along.
Probing further, Smart Delta asked him what the victory meant to Deltans and what should be their expectations going forward.
I believe in the competence of the governor. I believe in his in-depth knowledge of Delta. I believe that he would do, 10 times what he has done in his first 4 years.
He's a promise keeper. He has promised that he's going to double all that he's been doing. So it shows that even the prosperity asking for now, he's going to reach out to a lot of people who have not been reached before. So we're happy. It shows that the government is going to do all that he has said because he has promised that he will do it and he will do it. That's what we call him the equipment.
A one-time commissioner in Delta State, Champion Pataya, and others who also had a chat with Smart Delta Media put a seal on James Ibori's position on Okowa'S good works.
This is the result of fairness, equity, and justice. It is said, when the righteous rule, the people rejoice. We have seen a righteous man taking the affairs of this Delta State. He has performed in South, Central, and Delta North. And for equity to reign, he deserved that his second tenure should be accomplished.
He's a man for the people. The man has done very well. The man that considers the whole state as one. Look at the developmental projects, all evenly distributed. Look at his appointments, all well distributed. There's no discrimination against any part of the state.
Governor Okowa is generally loved because he has worked so much for the people of Delta State. And what we have just done is to return the love by way of fiscal votes to him. And like I said today, that has kept our hopes alive for another 4 years.
Indeed, a man's good works can and will always stand for him in difficult times. However, one of the fears of the electorate has always been that governors who win re-election often abandon governance because they would no longer be asking for the people's votes. A chieftain of the PDP and House of Representatives member-elect, Godwin Ndudelu-Melu, allayed such fears as he says Governor Okowa is a thoroughbred and has been actively empowering Deltans long before he became governor. He can't do any differently now that he has been voted back.
My governor is a humble man. he's a man that believes in the welfare of the people of Delta State. Even before becoming governor, he's been consistent with his developmental strides. So I don't see him changing because he's empathic to the plight of the poor people. He's done it in terms of human capital development, empowering the youth, the women.
Yeah, the reward for hard work is more work, because a lot of people believe that when you are doing your second tenure, most governors get complacent. But I know him. He's somebody who fears God, and the commitment he made not to disappoint the people of Delta State. Even in the chapel, I don't think he will ever derail. So Deltans should just be calm. The strategic plan is in place, and it will be an El Dorado by the time he's through in this next 4 years.
We know him. He has been equitable. Why would he want to change now? You think about leaving legacy behind. You wouldn't want to change.
From day one, Senator Okowa'S was very clear on his vision. The promise of prosperity to all Deltans, as encapsulated in the Smart Agenda policy document, was constantly alive in his thoughts. Thus, his unrelenting desire to build a new, stronger and virile Delta where things work propelled him to bring positive changes.
Dr. Okowa'S came on board 2015 and set out with a smart agenda. And as of today, he has fulfilled all areas of the smart agenda. So Deltans have always told him it is a vote of confidence that he has done well, and has asked him to continue in order to consolidate on the gains he has made in the first tenure.
In the area of human capacity development, His Excellency the Governor took Delta to another level. In the area of education, Delta was lifted from where it used to be to another level. In the area of peace, security, job creation, and all spheres, the records are there. Having done over 400 roads at record time, having created over 40,000 jobs at record time.
In the history of elections in Delta State, this is the first time I am seeing that a governor is winning 23 out of 25 local governments. It has never happened. And that's a total vote of confidence. It goes to show that the people of Delta State appreciate the work that he has done for them. He has served Deltas. He has tackled the infrastructural challenges across Delta State over the past 3.5 years.
When you have a good product, then it's an easy sell. Okowa'S is a very good product. In the 3.5 years that he's been governor, he's distinguished himself. Everybody knows that it's there for everybody to see. Yes, with every election, you must prepare for it. And he's also a politician's politician. We prepared hard for it. So when you put the two of them together, the good works that he's done in Delta, and then also the preparations politically, then this is the end product.
Smart Delta. Welcome to Delta. My Delta, my Delta. Welcome to Delta. My Delta, my Delta. Come live in Delta. Come invest in Delta. Come explore the potentials of our state. You better run, come to Delta State. Come and see the good things where Okowa'S they do. You better run, come to Delta State. Come and see the good things where Okowa'S they do. I see your job and work creation in Delta. Make the youth say them higher. Okowa'S.
The hard-earned victory is the people's verdict and firm attestation of the confidence, trust and hope that the good people of Delta have in the person of Senator Ifeanyi Okowa. Smart Delta took to the streets to find out the mood of ordinary everyday Deltan ahead of the announcement of the results. Young people, market women and others were unanimous in their verdict that they expected Okowa to win, as he deserves a second term based on results on ground.
Okowa is a good governor. He's a kind governor. He's a governor that when he says something, he does it. I am so happy that Okowa is winning. I really have to give testimony about that because he's a good governor.
Okowa, they win. My mind, they sweet me well. The first 4 years when they say you do work. If not this road when they do alone, it sweet me.
I'm happy for Okowa that he's coming to complete his second tenure. And let him continue with the good job he started till the end of his tenure. And I hope that other governors that will come up will follow suit.
I like the way Okowa rule. He touched every Delta. Okowa is the best governor so far in this Delta. I love him so much.
Peter
Master Peter was emphatic that the joy of those around him who have benefited from Okowa'S various empowerment programs was enough motivation to vote Okowa, believing that one day the wind of change will blow in his direction. The story was no different with Emioma Nwachukwu, who traveled all the way from Lagos to vote.
I voted my governor, Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa. The smart agenda on course is still on. And even if he's not empowered me one-on-one, but the things he's done, I see they are very good. At least if he should empower others, he's empowered me.
I'm here, I came in all the way from Lagos State, to support my own, the incumbent governor, because his good works are so enormous, that every indigenous of Delta State, everyone is in support of him coming back for a second term.
One of the factors that stood for Okowa'S re-election is his doggedness to fulfill the aspirations of the founding fathers of the oil-rich state. This propelled Okowa to adopt a multi-pronged development approach aimed at maximizing the available resources and placing the state on the path of positive and speedy growth. The governor was emphatic that his government, with abiding faith and commitment, will continue to work towards deepening development fundamentals in the state with a view to making Delta a place to reckon with among the Committee of States in Nigeria.
This victory is a motivation for me to do more, much more. In due course, I shall unfold a roadmap for a stronger Delta anchored on the three pillars of prosperity, peace, and progress. One thing I assure today is that we shall raise the bar of good governance even higher in my second tenure, and resolve to leave a legacy of a Delta state that will be the pace setter in the Federation.
He has done very well for Deltans. That's why you see that this victory today is a victory for democracy. He's going to consolidate on those things that he has done. I assure Deltans that he's going to do more and more and more for Deltans. By the time he finishes, they will know that there was a governor who has done very well.
He has done a good job, and that's why they call him the Roadmaster. And I know he's going to bring other strategies to be able to do good work for Deltans, and Deltans will really appreciate him. The next 4 years, Deltans are going to benefit a lot from him in the area of infrastructure and human capital development.
Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa will not only continue the good works that he has done in the first term, but he will surpass it in the second tenure, because we don't intend to disappoint Deltans. We promise Deltans prosperity, and they will get it more than what they expect.
We have just testified that he performed, because looking at the result, it has never happened in the history of Delta State since our democratic experience, since 1999, that a governor who is going for re-election, winning 22 local government massively, then losing marginally in 2 local governments has never happened. That shows that the man performed, and we want him to continue performing.
Unarguably, one of the star policies of the Okowa-led administration that won for him thousands of followers, which translated into votes at the polls, is government's Youths in Agriculture Entrepreneurship Program, YAGEP, and Skills Training Entrepreneurship Program, STEP. These programs were designed to get Delta youths gainfully engaged as entrepreneurs to create wealth. The success of these programs is there for all to see.
The government has said everything is double-double. In some cases, it says triple-triple, and I believe him. So, at the end of 2023, we would have established a lot of entrepreneurs in excess of 300,000, and that will help the society. We will lead the society better than we met it. Very reduced. We may not have. We have, if at all, just few of those projects not completed, but near completion, and then with proper a transition program to run that. So it's going to be prosperity all around.
The youth are happy, the widows are happy, the women are happy, everybody is happy. Okowa have done it. I don't know what I have to say. If not for constitutional things, and if I have my chance, I will make him a governor for life.
Words alone can't help to explain how I feel right now. Like I always say, a good vine needs no bush. He walked, and the people are happy. And I want to urge every youth out there that he has promised he will include youth with content in his second term, and he's a promise keeper. Let's support him for a stronger Delta.
The Widows Empowerment Program and Contributory Health Insurance Scheme in the health sector have all endeared Okowa to the hearts of Deltans and winning him a harvest of votes in the polls.
In fact, imparting into the life of the poor, the needy, as many those that hopes were lost, Okowa brought back so many hopes. He has done so much for widows. In fact, he has done so much.
The man has actually worked, and it's the work that he has done that is, proving him right, and that's why people come out here to come out and vote to make sure that he finished the good work that he has started.
Another key area the administration has done well is in the education subsector. The policy shift focusing on technical and vocational skills is a winner any day. Delta youths no longer brandish certificates about looking for non-existent so-called white-collar jobs, but have been empowered with skills, enabling them to take charge of their destinies.
We are going to double our efforts in the area of wealth creation and making the young men and women to believe more in themselves and their own handwork.
The ivory towers of learning are not left out, as they too have adopted entrepreneurial training as core curriculum.
I would like to commend His Excellency Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa for bringing in this initiative. Students are becoming entrepreneurs by this initiative. I'm in this department to acquire a skill so that when I leave school, even if there is no job, I can see how something doing.
He's a working governor. He's working. And don't know why they call him the Kweme. Just not ordinary man. He promised and he delivers.
Talk about infrastructural development, human capital development, educational sector. He has done so well. So his victory did not really come as a surprise. It's a victory well deserved.
In the physical development of infrastructure, especially roads, Senator Ifeanyi Okowa has left an imprint on the sands of time with the construction, rehabilitation, and awards of contracts of more than 357 roads spanning over 1,056 kilometers. No wonder he is called the Road Master.
We are confident about your performance, and we have no doubt that you continue to bless us with good dividend of democracy. And that's why Okada will stand beside you and for you. I commission this beautiful road to the glory of the Almighty in the name of Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
This is one of the most wonderful things to happen to us in this governor's first term, because this road, before now, in the rainy season, you couldn't drive through it. It used to be very slippery, but now it's been asphalted and drainage has been taken care of as well.
It's like a dream come true. We didn't expect that this road will be done anytime, any day, but this road now, we are very happy. Our grandmother, our parents, they can pass this road to their farm, and we are ready to work with Ifeanyi Okowa.
The road was very rough. Many people are crying, but today, when they can hire a person here, they will be praising Governor Okowa. Governor Okowa.
Our amiable governor, he do the road very nice for us. So even though while we are passing with our own either vehicle or by foot, we have no problem. So we are very happy.
Interestingly, even the non-indigens living and doing business in Delta have Okowa'S praises on their lips.
We want Okowa make a road 4 years where they come. We Hausa people, you do what's good. It is where we come Delta City, we happy. We do our business. Nobody that challenge us. We like them like that to continue so.
Okowa is the best governor, and he came to work. I am from Imo State, but since I've been here in Delta, Okowa has shown an unusual love for his people.
Many things. The God factor in the Okowa-led administration cannot be wished away, as terrible events leading to the election was relived by him. It can only be God.
They were not just stories. People had been paid to burn down 12 INEC offices in Delta State. I made an unusual contact with somebody who already had 200 and something thugs drafted to Delta State. But they disagreed amongst themselves, and God revealed the information and were able to stop them.
The governor thanked Deltans of all color, creed and organization for their massive support and mobilization for people to go out and vote. He said every Deltan was a winner.
I believe that there is no loser and that we have all won together. I want to appreciate the security agencies for standing for fairness and for standing for a free and fair process in Delta State. I must thank my party men for staying committed, because you mobilized a lot of our people out there to go and vote. I thank all our religious leaders, our Christian leaders, who work so hard, pray. Not only praying, they went out to mobilize church members to support our cause. May God bless them, and may they continue to grow in strength in the Lord.
The governor has promised to double all his efforts for this last lap to the benefit of all.
Come to Delta State, come and see the good things where Okowa'S they do. You better run, come to Delta State, come and see the good things where Okowa'S they do. I see your job and work creation in Delta, make the youth say them higher. Okowa, I see good roads everywhere in Delta, make the people say them cola. Come live in Delta, say me I say, come invest in Delta. Come explore the potentials of our state. So me tell Nigeria,